Hello, everybody! Scooty 007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we've got Game 2 of a three-game series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Pittsburgh Pirates. But before we get to that game, as always, as you know, let's take a look at the standings. Let's take a look around the league and see how everybody is doing right now up to this point. So let's bring in our standings. All right, let's take a look here. Starting off in the NL East, we've got the New York Mets right now at 16-7. They're in first place. The Florida Marlins are 14-10. They are 2.5 games back behind the Mets. The Philadelphia Phillies go into this game at 13-11. They are 3.5 games out of first. The Atlanta Braves 11-13. They're 5.5 out of first place. And the Washington Nationals are 7-17. They are 9.5 games out of first place in the NL East. Moving over to the NL Central, we've got the Chicago Cubs at 18-5. They have a 3.5 game lead over the St. Louis Cardinals, who are 15-9. The Houston Astros are 11-13. They're 7.5 games out. And the Brewers and the Reds both at 10-14. They are 8.5 games out of first place. And the Pirates, they are 11 games out of first place. They're sitting at 7-16. Moving down to the NL West, we've got the San Diego Padres at 17-7. They've got a 2-game lead over the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are 15-9. The Arizona Diamondbacks are 10-13. They are 6.5 games out of first. And the Rockies and Giants both tied at 8-16. They are 9 games out of first. Moving over to the American League side of things, we've got the Baltimore Orioles over in the AL East. Orioles have a 14-8 lead, and they have a 2.5 game lead right now over the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox. Rays are 12-11. They get the higher seed because of the higher win percentage. And the Boston Red Sox are 13-12. The Toronto Blue Jays, are 11-13. They are 4 games out of first place. And the Bronx Bombers, the New York Yankees, are 10-14. They are 5 games out of first. Moving over to the Central, the American League Central, the Cleveland Indians are 16-7. They've got a 2-game lead over the Chicago White Sox at 13-8. The Detroit Tigers are 10-13. They are 5.5 games out of first. Kansas City Royals are 8-15. They are 8 games out of first place. And the Minnesota Twins, are 7-16. They are 9 games out. Moving over to the AL West, we've got the Los Angeles Angels at 7-17. 17-7. They've got a 4-game lead over the Oakland Athletics, who are 13-11. The Texas Rangers are 10-14. They are 7 games out of first. And the Seattle Mariners are 9-15. They are 8 games out of first place. So that is a look at the standings right now as we travel from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh for Game 2 of the Phillies and Pirates. Play ball! And this is Game 2 of a 3-game series between the Phillies and the Pirates. The Phillies taking the first game in the series. They're looking to see if they can go up 2 games. The Pirates are looking to see if they can tie the series up. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies. Leading off, we've got the center fielder, Jason Worth. Batting second, the third baseman, Greg Dobbs. Batting third, the second baseman, Chase Utley. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Ryan Howard. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Pat Burrell. Batting sixth, the right fielder, So Taguchi. Batting seventh, the catcher, Chris Coste. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Eric Burnett. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Kyle Kendrick. On the mound for the Pirates, it's going to be Matt Morris. He'll come in today's game with a starting ERA of a 10.20. He's got no wins and 2 losses. He's pitched 20 and 1/3 of an inning, allowed 36 hits, 9 strikeouts, and 7 walks. We're here at PNC Park on the banks of the Allegheny River, and which will give a -3 to strikeouts, 0 for walks, and 0 for home runs. And with that, Jason Worth will make his way over to the batter's box as the home plate umpire dusts off home plate, and we're ready to play ball. And here is the first pitch of the game. Now, an inside pitch for those of you that are new to the live games. Don't worry, I'll walk you through all of the plays and how to read the dice and how we read all the plays here with inside pitch. We start off by rolling off of the pitcher card because everything in inside pitch starts off on the pitcher card. We read the dice. Red will be the row that we read it off from. The column that we go down, the white die will be the row. So that is how we read it. We read it as a 1-4. So column 1, row 4, we're going to take a look there. That will be highlighted in red. It is an error it's a possible error on a throw. It's a question mark. So that means when we resolve the play now by going for Worth, rolling on Jason Worth's card, we're going to take a look at the error rating, and that is the number in the brackets. We'll click on that, and the die roll is going to be a 4-2. So column 4, row 2. It's a double star 5. So in a double star, we're going to come up out to the auto outline, come over to the 5th position, and we see that it is going to be a fly ball to Natty. We do check his error rating. That's a 0. The die roll, we roll a d20, is a 19, so no error there. That is out number 1.
You're out!
So 1 out, and let's take a look at the starting defense for the Pittsburgh Pirates. We've got Bay out there in left field. McCloth will be at center. Natty will play right field. Going around the horn, we've got Mankiewicz on third. Blixer will be at shortstop. Sanchez is playing second. LaRoche at first. Polino will be behind the plate, and Morris will be on the mound. Greg Dobbs steps up now. He's batting a 129. 1 out, nobody on. Infield at normal depth. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-4, column 6, row 4, home run chance. Now, on a home run chance, we'll come over here to the HR question mark. Dobbs is a left-handed batter, so we're going to look at the left-handed line. It's going to be on a 1-7. However, the 20 is too high. It's outside of the range, so no home run there. If it was in a 1-7, that would have passed, and then we would have had to re-roll the D20 to double check on Dobbs to see if he got the home run. But since the 20 is outside of the range, we ignore that. And that's going to be a 2-6. So column 2, row 6. That is a double out there into center field.
It's a double.
And Dobbs will get on with a double. Anytime we have a runner on base, we do roll a d20 for strategy. Strategy roll was a 4. Nothing doing there. The Phillies are holding pat on strategy. That's going to bring up Chase Utley now. He's batting a 317. Infield still at normal depth. 1 out, runner on second. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-1, column 6, row 1, double question mark. Now, when a double question mark comes up, that is the only thing we follow right now, because right now Matt Morris is not tired. He has not faced his allowed number of batters. He can face 22 more batters before he becomes fatigued, and we'll explain more about the fatigue rating when that comes into play. So for right now, we are going to check on the double question mark. And it's a single and a 1 to 10. However, the 20 is too high. So nothing there. And that is going to be a 3-6 again. Column 3, row 6. That's a double to McLeod.
It's a double.
It's an RBI double. Utley score. Chase Utley gets the RBI. Dobbs scores. Phillies are up 1-0 here in the top of the first. Ryan Howard up. Howard batting a 214. 1 out, runner on second. Strategy roll is a 3. The Phillies standing pat, infield at normal depth. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-5. Column 3, row 5. Anytime your result off of the pitcher card is the at symbol, you'll resume the play at using the ballpark card. And that is going to be a 6-2, column 6, row 2. It's a ground ball down to LaRoche. He'll make the catch there. And we are going to check to see if Utley advances. And it says if runners advance on balls hit the first, second, or the catcher. In this case, Utley will move to third.
You're out!
And 2 outs and a runner on third. Now, with 2 outs, we do add a +1 to the base run rating. And that is going to bring up Pat Burrell. Burrell batting a 271. Strategy roll is an 11. Infield at normal depth. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-1. Column 3, row 1. That is going to be a walk. Now, on a walk, we take a look at the walk rating. It's going to be a 20. So, on the D20, we look at anything between a 1 and a 20. That is a 9. So that is going to be an automatic walk for Pat Burrell.
Outside! Base on ball.
So, runners on the corners. Strategy roll once again is a 19. Phillies are standing pat with 2 outs. And so Taguchi is up. He's batting a 313. Strategy roll is a 19. Phillies standing pat. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-5, column 5, row 5. That's going to be a strikeout. Now, PNC Park minuses 3 from the strikeout range. That's going to be on a 1 to 7. The 16 is too high. And that is going to be a 5-1, column 5, row 1, double star 1. That's going to be a fly ball to Bay. Bay will make the catch.
Out!
And that will retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and the Phillies will leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Leading off the center fielder, Nate McLaughlin. Batting second, the second baseman, Freddie Sanchez. Batting third, the left fielder, Jason Bay. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Adam LaRoche. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Xavier Nettie. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Doug Menkowitz. Batting seventh, the catcher, Ronnie Paulino. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Brian Blixer. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Matt Morris. On the mound for the Phillies, it's Kyle Kendrick. Kendrick comes into today's game with a starting ERA of a 3.75. 2 wins, 1 loss. He's pitched 24 innings, allowed 26 hits, 11 strikeouts, and 5 walks. And with that, Nate McClough will walk up to the batter's box. He's batting a .312, and here is the pitch. You start the bottom half of the first inning, and that is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. It's a range play. Now, on a range play, we're going to check the first number of the outfielder's arm. Whose range are we checking? And that is going to be a 4-2, column 4, row 2. Now, that is a split result. Kendrick is a right-handed pitcher, so on a split result on the batter card, we will look at the right-handed side of the slash. It's a ground ball to Utley. Utley's range, that's the first number there, is a 5. On a 1 to 5, he makes the catch. If it's a 6, he does it.
Deep in the hole, tough chance.
It's a 4. Utley makes the catch.
Takes the hit away.
As he takes the hit away, and that's the first out. Freddie Sanchez. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the Philadelphia Phillies. Pat Burrell will be out there in the left field. Worth will be in center. Taguchi over there in right field. Going around the horn, we've got Dobbs on third. Burnett will be at short. Utley is on second. Howard at first. Coste will be behind the plate, and Kendrick will be on the mound. Freddie Sanchez batting a .257, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-1, column 1, row 1. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 6-1, column 6, row 1. That's going to be a fly ball to Taguchi.
Out!
As Taguchi will make the catch, and that puts 2 away. Jason Bay batting a .205, and here is the pitch. The pitch to Bay, and that's going to be a 5-3, column 5, row 3. That is a walk. Range on a 1 to 14. The 19 is too high. And that is going to be a 5-3, column 5, row 3. It's a base hit down the third baseline. Dobbs cannot get it in time. And with that, Bay will get on with a base hit. Two outs, runner on first. Strategy rolls a 19. Pirates are standing pat. Infield at normal depth, and Adam LaRoche is up. He's batting a .373, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 2-1, column 2, row 1, pop up. Utley sees it. Kendrick's pointing up at it. Utley comes over, makes the catch.
Out!
And retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Pirates will leave 1 stranded. After 1, it's the Phillies 1, Pirates nothing. We go to the top of the second. Chris Coste, Eric Burnett, and Kyle Kendrick due up for the Phillies. Chris Coste batting a .346, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-1, column 4, row 1. That is a blank. Coste, 5-2, column 5, row 2. Double star 6, and that is going to be a fly ball to Bay.
Out!
And that'll be out number 1. Eric Barnett batting a .262. And here is the pitch. Barnett. 3-4, column 3, row 4, possible error. Whose error range are we checking? And that is going to be out there to Natty. That's going to be a 3-4, sorry, column 3, row 4. It's a single out there into right field. Error range for Natty is a 0. That is a 6. No error there. And with that, Burnett will get on with a base hit. Kyle Kendrick comes up. He's batting a .400. so far this season. Strategy roll is a 14, and that is going to be a sacrifice play. So if we take a look at the bunting chart, the bunting for the strategy die here, we come over to 3. Kendrick's bunt rating is a 3. So on a 10 to 19, that is going to be a sacrifice play. So they're going to let Kendrick bunt. Yeah, and that is going to be a 5-2, column 5, row 2. It would have been a home run. However, we do bunt it. It's a successful bunt. Bunt rating is a 2. So bunt fielder on a 1 to 3, it's up the middle to the pitcher. So Morris will make the play there. We roll 1d20 for the bunt rating. It's a good bunt on a 1 to 14. And with that, Barnett will move over to second.
Out!
So 2 outs and a runner on second, and now it's going to be a pickoff attempt on the strategy die. Anytime you roll a 20 on the strategy die, it is a pickoff attempt. However, Matt Morris doesn't pick anyone off. Nothing for balks, pickoff, or pickoff errors, but I'll still show it off to prove it out for the software like I've normally been doing. It's a 3, nothing happens there. We go to the top of the order, Jason Worth, who is 0 for 1, and the pitch. 2 outs, infield normal depth, and that is going to be a 3-2, column 3, row 2. That is a strikeout. On a 1 to 10, that is a 10. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss! Struck him out!
So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Phillies will leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Xavier Nettie, Doug Menkowitz, and Ronnie Paulino due up for the Pirates. Xavier Nettie batting at 300, and the pitch. Pitch will be 2-2, column 2, row 2. That's a strikeout on a 1 to 7. That is a 3. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss! Struck him out!
And that's going to bring up Doug Menkowitz. Menkowitz batting a 125. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-5, column 2, row 5. Now, Doug being a left-handed batter, we're going to look to the left-handed side of the slash. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's a fly ball back there to Burrell. He'll make the catch.
Out!
2 up, 2 down. Ronnie Paulino batting a 190, and the pitch. Paulino will be a 3-5, column 3, row 5. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 4-6, column 4, row 6. It's a fly ball to Taguchi. He'll make the catch.
Out!
And that'll be
Have
out.
you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember to drink responsibly.
And that'll be out number 3. So no runs, no hits, and no errors, and none left on. And very easy inning to score there as the Phillies retire the Pirates in order. After 2, it's Phillies 1, Pirates nothing. We go to the top of the 3rd. Greg Dobbs, Chase Utley, and Ryan Howard due up for the Phillies. Greg Dobbs 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. And that is going to be a 2-2, column 2, row 2. Now, Dobbs being a left-handed batter, that's going to be a walk plus. Now, on a walk plus, we add 10 to the range for the walk. -3, we add 7. That makes it a 15. The D20 is a 20 outside of the range. We're going to roll for Dobbs. And that is going to be a 2-5, column 2, row 5. Ground ball to Sanchez. He'll scoop it up, throw it over to LaRoche.
Out!
And that'll be out number 1. 1 away, and that's going to bring up Chase Utley. Utley is 1 for 1. 1 for 1 with a double and an RBI, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-5, column 1, row 5. Strikeout on a 1 to 5. The 14 is too high. That is going to be a 4-4, column 4, row 4, and that is going to be good for a single. And Utley is on with a base hit. And that is going to bring up Ryan Howard. Howard is 0 for 1. Strategy roll is an 18. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-4, column 5, row 4. That is a single off of Morris. Howard will get on with a base hit. Utley goes to second. We'll see, does he advance to third? He'll go from first to third on a base run rating of a 4 through 6. That is a 4, and that is going to put runners on the corners. So, Phillies have runners on the corners. And that is going to bring up Pat Burrell. Burrell walked his last time up. Strategy roll is a 60. Infield, playing in, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-5, column 4, row 5 at the ballpark. We're going to go to PNC Park. And that is going to be a blank. 1-5-5-1, column 5, row 1. Now, on the ballpark card, there were 3 blank slots. Anytime you roll a blank slot, it's a rare play. So let's see what the rare play happens here.
Out!
And with that is a center fielder dives for a sinking liner. Resolve as an S8 range. So McCloth's range is on a 1 to 3. That is a 5. He can't make the play.
Moving over for it, and it's past him.
And we are going to check for injury. There is no injury to McCloth. 1 run will score. Howard goes to second. Bro on first. It's 2-1 Phillies. Howard will hold. He would have advanced to third if the roll was less than or equal to his adjusted base run rating. That's the number here in red. Base run rating is a 0. And if it's less than 1, runners hold.
Everybody clap your hands.
So 1 out. Runners on first and second. Infield now at double play depth. Strategy roll is a 4. The Phillies holding off. And here is the pitch to Taguchi, who is 0 for 1. Taguchi, 2-5, column 2, row 5. It's a range play. Whose range are we checking? By the way, McCloth's range, he's 13 for 6 on that. 3-5, column 3, row 5, double star 5.
And a high shot down the right side.
That's a fly ball to Natty. Natty's range is on a 1 to 3. That is a 5. That's going to be good for a single. On a 5 through 20, it's a single.
He doesn't have it.
And he can't get it, and that's going to load the bases up. So the bases are loaded, and that's going to bring up Chris Coste. Coste is 0 for 1. Bases are loaded, and the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. Possible error. And that is going to be a 2-6, column 2, row 6, double star 5. It's going to be a fly ball back to, it's a fly ball to Natty. His range is a 0, 13 on the error check. Nothing to do there.
You're out.
And we are going to check to see for sacrifice. That is a 2. The 4 is high. We're going to check it now. Does Howard still go? No, he'll hold. Eric Barnett is up. Barnett is 1 for 1. Bases are loaded. 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Infield, normal depth, strategy roll is a 14. Nothing due there. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-3, column 3, row 3. Possible error on a ground ball. And that is going to be a 6-6, column 6, row 6. That's a ground ball to Blixer. Blixer's error range is on a 1 to 5. That is a 2. It's an error. It's a one-base error as Blixer tries to throw it, but he boots it. And it's going to bring the Phillies up 3-0. 1 run will score on an error. It's an E6. Bases are loaded. Kyle Kendrick is up. 2 outs. Infield normal depth. Kendrick is 0 for 0. 19 on the strategy die. Phillies holding off. And that is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. It's a possible error. Whose error range are we checking? It's a 5-1, column 5, row 1. It's a single to Blixer. His error range is on a 1 to 5. By the way, Blixer has committed 1 error so far in this replay. On the error check on a 1 to 5, that is a 10. No error there. That's going to be good for a base hit. Another run scores. It's 4-0 Phillies. Bullpen for the Pirates starting to warm up. Because the error happened on the left with 2 outs, all runs from here on out are unearned runs. Jason Worth, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. That's what the check marks mean. We go to the top of the oil. Worth, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 17. Phillies holding off. And that is going to be a 2-3, column 2, row 3. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 6-1, column 6, row 1. It's a ground ball down the third baseline. Menkowitz will make the catch there.
You're out.
And that will retire the side. So 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and the Phillies will leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Brian Blixer, Matt Morris, and Nate McLough due up for the Pirates. Brian Blixer batting a 208, and the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-6, column 4, row 6. That's a range play. Whose range are we checking? And that is going to be a 6-2, column 6, row 2. It's a pop-up to Dobbs. Dobbs' range is a 1.
Popped him up.
And that is a 3.
He doesn't have it.
And he can't make the play in time, so Blixer will lead off with a base hit.
Fans who interfere with play on the field will be escorted from the stadium.
Dobbs is 0 for 1 on range plays. Matt Morris. Now Morris. And here is the pitch. Strategy roll is a 14. That's going to be a sacrifice play. And that is going to be a 4-6, column 4, row 6. It's a range play. And unsuccessful range play by Kyle Kendrick. Great bunt. Everyone's safe with a single. So runners on first and second now with no outs. We go to the top of the order. Nate McLough, who is 0 for 1. Runners on first and second. Infield normal depth. Strategy roll is a 4. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. That is a strikeout on a 1 to 5. The 8 is too high. And that is going to be a 4-4, column 4, row 4. Ground ball down the first baseline. Howell will make the catch. And that is going to be a fielder's choice on that one. Blixer will go to third. Double play rating is a -1. That is a 0 for the shortstop. On balls hit to first base, it's going to be, the pivot will be short. And that is a 0. So it's going to be a -1. That makes the ground double play rating a 0. And we take a look here at the rule. It says if the roll is greater than the runner on first, it's a force out. So Morris will get forced out at second.
You're out.
And with that, McClough will get on with a base hit. Gets on by fielder's choice. 1 out, runners on the corners. That's going to bring up Freddie Sanchez. Sanchez is 0 for 1. Strategy roll is a 1. Pirates are standing pat, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 2-1, column 2, row 1, pop-up. Dobbs underneath it. Makes the play.
Out.
And that'll be out number 2. So 2 outs, runners on the corner. Strategy roll is a 2. And that is going to bring up Jason Bay. Bay is 1 for 1. And the pitch. Infield normal depth. And that is going to be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. That is a strikeout on a 1-8. That is a 4. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. And the Pirates will leave 2 on. We go after 3. It's Phillies 4, Pirates nothing. We go to the top of the 4th. It's going to be Greg Dobbs, Chase Utley, and Ryan Howard due up for the Phillies. Dobbs is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. And here is the pitch. They're going to throw Morris back out there. He can face 5 more batters. And that's going to be a 2-5, column 2, row 5. It's a range play. Whose range are we checking? And that's going to be a 4-1, column 4, row 1. Fly ball to McClough. His range is on a 1-3.
Fly ball left center field. Tries to catch it.
It's a 3. He'll make the catch this time. Goes all the way back to the track.
Terrific play.
And with that, McClough is now 14 for 17. 82% on his range plays. Chase Utley 2 for 2 with a double, a run, and RBI. 1 out, bases are empty, infield normal depth, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. That's going to be good for a base hit. And Utley will get on with a base hit. Ryan Howard up. Howard is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Strategy roll is a 12. Infield normal depth. 1 out. Runner on first, and here is the pitch. Howard, 5-6, column 5, row 6. It's a wild pitch. On a 1-13, it's a wild pitch. On a 14-16, it's a pass ball. It's a 1. It's a wild pitch.
Just a bit outside.
And Morris throws it wild. Polino can't see it. Utley goes to second. And here we go. Howard now responds. It's going to be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. Fly ball to Bay.
You're out.
Bay will make the catch there. Now when balls hit to left field, we subtract 2 from the base run rating. That is a 3. The die roll is a 1. Utley will get into scoring position. Two outs, runner on third. Pat Burrell, 1 for 1 today with a walk, a run, and an RBI. Strategy roll is a 14, and the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-6, column 5, row 6. Once again, it's another wild pitch. It's a 20 this time. Nothing happens. And that is going to be a 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a fly ball back there to McClough. He'll make the catch.
Out.
And that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Phillies will leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Adam LaRoche, Xavier Nettie, and Doug Menkowitz due up for the Pirates. Adam LaRoche, 1-0 for 1. And the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be a walk. On a 1 to 11, that is a 10. That's going to be good for in range for a walk.
Outside. Base on ball.
So runner on first, strategy roll is an 18. That's going to bring up Xavier Nettie. Nettie is 0 for 1, struck out his last time up. And the pitch. Infield normal depth, by the way. And that is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. It's a range play. Whose range are we checking? 2-1, column 2, row 1, double star 5.
Fly ball left center field. Tries to catch it.
It's a fly ball to Worth. His range is on a 1 to 5. That is a 4. Worth makes the catch.
Boy, he had to cover a lot of ground to make that grab.
And he had a hustle, catches it at the wall. And that is going to be, he's 9 for 12 on his range plays. 1 out. Strategy roll is an 11. The Pirates are standing pat, infield normal depth. And the pitch. Doug is 0 for 1. And that is going to be a 6-2, column 6, row 2. Home run chance on a 1 to 19. The 8 is in range. We need a 3 or less. It's an 18, too high. And that is going to be a 5-3, column 5, row 3. Ground ball to Dobbs. Dobbs makes the catch. And with that, let's take a look here. LaRoche will go to second on that. Now, it's a -1, Utley, base hit. And it says here, well, it's going to be a fielder's choice.
Out.
And the batter is out this time on that one because LaRoche will advance to second. They'll get him out at first. Now, the way that works is if the die roll is equal to the base run rating, but equal to or less than the base run rating, but greater than the ground double play. So there's a balance in there. And everything. If it is, then the play happens at first on that. Ronnie Paulino with 2 outs, runner on second. Paulino is 0 for 1, strategy roll 16, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-6, column 6, row 6. That's a strikeout on a 1 to 8. That is a 2. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
So no runs, no hits, and no errors, and 1 left on for the Pirates. After 4, it's Phillies 4, Pirates nothing. We go to the top of the 5th. So Taguchi, Chris Coste, and Eric Barnett due up for the Phillies. Taguchi is 1 for 2, and with that, we do have a new pitcher on the mound. Morris is done. So the Pirates are going to go to their bullpen, and let's see who they're going to bring in. They're probably going to bring in a long reliever, and they're going to bring in Jason Davis. Davis is going to come into the game. No wins and no well, this is the first time we're seeing Davis. He's got 2 wins and 4 losses, an ERA of a 5.29. He's pitched 34 innings, allowed 38 hits, 13 strikeouts, and 17 walks in the regular season. Taking a look at the stats here for Matt Morris, he went 4 innings, allowed 9 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 9.26. And Taguchi is 1 for 2, and the pitch. As we start the top half of the 5th inning, it's going to be a 1-1, column 1, row 1, range play at the ballpark. So we're going to resolve the play normally at the ballpark at PNC Park, but now it becomes a range play. And that is going to be an 3-2, column 3, row 2, fly ball to Nettie. Nettie's range is on a 1-3.
Looked in the air to shallow right. He's coming on.
That is a 3. He'll make the catch.
That was a fine play.
And that will put 1 away. Chris Coste, 0 for 2, and the pitch. Here's the pitch to Coste. Once again, it's a 1-1. We're going back to a range play at the ballpark. Nettie is 3 for 13 on his range plays. And this time it's going to be a 3-3, column 3, row 3. It's a single to Bay. Bay's range is on a 1-2.
Hit in the air down the left field side. This is going to be a tough play.
Bay trying to eye it up, but it plops right in front of him. He misjudged it. It's a 3, and that's going to be good for a base hit.
He doesn't have it.
And with that, Coste will lead off with a base hit.
Everybody clap your hands.
So, runner on first. Strategy roll is a 6. Phillies are holding off. That's going to bring up Eric Burnett. Burnett is 1 for 2 today. Bay is 6 for 14 on his range plays, 43%. And here's the pitch to Burnett. Burnett 5-1, column 5, row 1, possible error. And that is going to be a 5-3, column 5, row 3. That's going to be a ground ball to Sanchez. He'll make the catch. Error range, that is a 16, so no error there. And that is going to be good for a double play, +1, 0. The die roll is a 3. The ground double play rating is a 4, the pivot being the shortstop.
Holy cow, what a double play!
And they turn the double play there. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Ryan Blixer, Jason Davis, and Nate McCloth due up for the Pirates. Blixer 1 for 1, and the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. That's a strikeout. On a 1-15, that is a 3. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
And that's 1 away. Jason Davis. They're going to let Davis take the hit here. They are. Davis is going to take the hit, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-3, column 5, row 3. That is a walk. On a 1-5, the 20 is too high. And that's going to be a 5-1, column 5, row 1, ground ball to Howard. Howard will make the catch.
You're out.
And that puts 2 away. 2 up and 2 down. We go to the top of the order. Nate McCloth, 0 for 2, and the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-2, column 3, row 2, double question mark. Single at a 1-4. The 7 is too high, not in range. And that is going to be a 2-6, column 2, row 6. That is a double to Worth.
He rocks one to right center field. That'll shoot the gap and go to the wall, and one hops the wall.
As there's a 1 hopper off the wall, Worth will get it, throw it quickly to Burnett, holds McCloth at second. Two outs. Runner on second, and that's going to bring up Freddie Sanchez. 0 for 2. Strategy rolls a 16. Pirates are holding pat. Sanchez The pitch. And that is going to be a 5-6, column 5, row 6. It's a strikeout on a 1-3. That is a 2. Struck him out.
He struck him out.
So no runs, one
Be
hit.
sure to visit our concession stands.
So no runs, one hit, and no errors, and one left on for the Pirates. After 5, it's Phillies 4, Pirates nothing. We go to the top of the 6th. Kyle Kendrick, Jason Worth, and Greg Dobbs due up for the Phillies. Kendrick is 1 for 1 with an RBI and the pitch. Kendrick, 2-2, column 2, row 2 at the ballpark. We're going to go to the ballpark card. 2-2, column 2, row 2, double star 2. It's a ground ball to LaRoche. He'll make the catch.
Out.
And that'll be out number 1. Jason Worth, top of the order. Worth 0 for 3 with a strikeout and the pitch. Worth, 1-2, column 1, row 2, double star. Now, on a double star off of the picture card, in the physical game, if you're playing with the cards and dice, you're going to roll 1d6. That'll tell you what the auto out is. In the PC game, which is what we're playing here, it's going to automatically do that, and that is going to be, it's going to randomly choose it. It's a ground ball to LaRoche. She'll make the catch.
Out.
And that'll put 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, and Greg Dobbs is up. Dobbs is 1 for 3, and the pitch. Dobbs, 1-5, column 1, row 5, possible error. Whose error range are we checking? And that is going to be a 5-2, column 5, column 5, row 2, double star 5. That's a ground ball to Blixer. Blixer's error range is on a 1-5. That is a 5. It is an error. As he'll boot the ball, it's a 1-base error. Dobbs gets on by an error. It's an E6. That's the second error that Blixer has been charged with in this game. And that is 2 errors for Blixer in this game. 2 outs, runner on first. Strategy roll is a 7. Infield normal depth. Utley 3 for 3 with a double, a run, and an RBI. Phillies standing pat on strategy. And that's going to be a 2-4. Column 2, row 4. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 3-2, column 3, row 2. It's a ground ball to LaRoche. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, and 1 error, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's going to be Jason Bay, Adam LaRoche, and Xavier Nettie due up for the Pirates. Bay, 1 for 2 with a strikeout, and the pitch. By the way, Kendrick's still staying in there. He can face 5 more batters before he is considered tired. Bullpen for the Phillies starting to warm up, and that's going to be a 1-5, column 1, row 5. That is a hit by pitch. Kendrick will add a +10. That makes it a 14. The 13 is in range. And with that, Bay gets hit. He'll go to first. No outs, runner on first. Adam LaRoche, 0 for 1 with a walk. Strategy roll is a 5, and the pitch. Infield, by the way, is at normal depth. That's going to be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 6-1, column 6, row 1. Fly ball to Worth. He'll make the catch.
Out.
And that'll be out number 1. Xavier Nettie, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and the pitch. Strategy roll 12 for the Pirates. Pirates holding off. And that is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. It's a range play. Whose range are we checking? And that is going to be a 4-1, column 4, row 1. Power hit to Taguchi. On a 1-2, it's a single. On a 3-5, it's a double. 6 is a triple. It's a 15. It's a fly ball. Taguchi. His range is on a 1-3.
And a high shot down the right side.
It's a 2. Taguchi runs back, makes the catch right before the track.
What a play to get to that ball.
That would have been a double if he missed that. What a catch. And that'll put 2 away. Bay holding as Taguchi guns it to Utley to hold Bay at first. 2 outs, runner on first. Strategy roll is a 16, and the Pirates are standing pat. Doug Menkowitz, 0 for 2, and the pitch. Infield, normal depth. Here is the pitch. It's going to be a 5-6. Column 5, row 6. That is a strike. On a 1-2, the 11 is too high. And that is going to be a 6-2, column 6, row 2. It's a double to Bro.
It's a double.
And that'll put, and with that, Menkowitz will go to second. Bay to third. We're going to check here. It is, once again, base run rating is a 0. With that, the runner will hold, because runners hold on less than 0, or if it's less than 1. Two outs and runners on second and third. Ronnie Polino is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 5. And here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-5, column 1, row 5. It's a hit by pitch. That is a 10. The 11 is too high. Polino now with the response, and that's going to be a 2-5. Column 2, row 5, double star 1. Ground ball to the shortstop. Barnett will make the catch there.
You're out.
And that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. And the Pirates leave 2 stranded after 6. It's Phillies 4, Pirates nothing. We go to the top of the 7. It's going to be Ryan Howard, Pat Burrell, and So Taguchi due up for the Phillies. Ryan Howard is 1 for 3 with a run scored and the pitch. Davis going back out there. He can face 3 more batters before he is considered tired. Pirates bullpen starting to warm up. And 3-3. Column 3, row 3. That's going to be a range play. Whose range are we checking? And that's going to be a 3-2, column 3, row 2. It's a double to Bay. Bay's range is on a 1-2.
Swing and a fly ball left field.
It's a 1. Bay makes the catch.
Takes the hit away.
As he takes that hit away, it's 7 for 15 now on range plays. Pat Burrell 1 for 2, and the pitch. 1 out, nobody on. And that is going to be a 5-3, column 5, row 3, home run chance on a 0. Nothing happens. The 14 is too high. On a 2-2, column 2, row 2, it's a ground ball to LaRoche. He'll make the catch.
Out.
And that'll be out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, then So Taguchi. 1 for 3, and the pitch. Taguchi, 4-1, column 4, row 1, at the ballpark. We go to PNC Park, 4-5, column 4, row 5, double star 5. This time it's a ground ball to Blixer. Blixer will make the catch and sing, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." As the Phillies will go down in order, no runs, no hits, and no errors. The Pirates retire them in order. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be Brian Blixer, Jason Davis, and Nate McLaughlin due up for the Pirates. Phillies are going to go to the bullpen. Kendrick done. And they're going to bring in Tom Gordon. Tom Gordon is going to come in. Gordon comes in the game with a 6.67 ERA, 1 win and no losses. He's pitched 2 2/3 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Let's take a look at his stats. The stats here for Kyle Kendrick. He went 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, a 3.0 ERA. Brian Blixer is, let's take a look at the box score after 6.5. Phillies scored run in the first, 3 in the third, nothing in the second, 4, and they've been shut out since the 4th inning. 4 runs on 10 hits and no errors. Pittsburgh right now is at love. It's 4 love. 5 hits though, 2 errors, no runs, 15 hits between both teams. Blixer is 1 for 2 and the pitch. Gordon can face 4 batters, and that is going to be a 2-6, column 2, row 6. That is a strikeout. On a 1 to 15, the 18 is too high. 5-6, column 5, row 6, double star 5. Fly ball back there to Taguchi.
Out!
Taguchi will make the catch, and that'll be out number 1. Jason Davis not taking the hit. And the Pirates are going to bring in Jose Bautista. Bautista comes into the game with a 1.30 ERA and the pitch. And that is going to be a 1-5, column 1, row 5. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 4-4, column 4, row 4, double star 1, fly ball to Burrow. Will make the catch. And that'll be 2 away, 2 up, 2 down. We go to the top of the order. Nate McLaughlin, 1 for 3 with a double. And the pitch. McLaughlin, 2-4, column 2, row 4, walk on a walk plus. Now remember, we add 10 to the walk range. That makes it a 20. That is a 2. And that is going to be good for a walk.
Walking, good base on balls.
So McLaughlin will walk, and that's going to bring up Freddie Sanchez. Sanchez is 2 for 3 with a strikeout. And the pitch. 2 outs, runner on first. Strategy rolls are turned off. Now, right now, they are turned off with the fact is that the score is 4-0. We take the difference in the score, which is 4, add it to the inning. We're in the 7th inning, so 4 plus 7 is 11. And that is going to be a 6-2, column 6, row 2. It's a home run on a 1 to 4. That is a 1, and that ball is out of here. 2-run home run for Freddie Sanchez.
Fly ball, deep to left field, looking down the line. Gone! Towering fly ball.
It's a fly ball. And that is a home run, and the Pirates are on the board. It's a 2-run game. And with that, they're going to go to their bullpen. Gordon done. That was quick. They're going to bring in, so Philly's going back to their bullpen, and they're going to bring in Clay Cordy. Cordy going to come in now. Comes in the game with a 4.50, 1 win and 1 loss, no saves. 8 innings pitched. He's had 5 hits, 9 strikeouts, and no walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Tim Gordon, he went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 home run, and ERA of a 10.91. Jason Bay, who is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-1, column 4, row 1, possible error. And that is going to be a 1-1. It's a fly ball to Worth's error range is a 0. So no error there. Worth will make the catch.
Out.
And that will retire the side. So with that, 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on. After 7, it's Phillies 4, Pirates 2. We go to the top of the 8th. Chris Coste, Eric Barnett, and Clay Cordy due up for the Phils. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Pirates. And that is going to be they're going to bring in Osorio, TJ. They're going to bring in TJ Beam. Beam going to come into the game. Comes into the game with a 4.93 ERA. No wins and 1 loss. He's pitched 7 1/3 of an inning. Allowed 8 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Jason Davis. He went 3 innings, allowed 1 hit, no ERA. So 7, 8, and 9 due up in the lineup. Chris Coste, 1 for 3, and the pitch. Coste. And that is going to be a 5-6, column 5, row 6. That is a double star. It's going to be a fly ball back there to Bay. He'll make the catch.
Out.
And that'll put 1 away. Coste, 1 down. Eric Barnett, 1 for 3, and the pitch. Pitch to Barnett is 6-3, column 6, row 3. That is a strikeout on a 1-6. The 18 is too high. 5-2, column 5, row 2. It's a pop-up. Sanchez will get underneath it.
Out.
And that'll be out number 2, 2 away. Clay Cordy. Cordy not going to take the hit. And they're going to bring in Carlos Ruiz. Carlos is batting a 214. And the pitch. And that's going to be a 2-2. Column 2, row 2. It's a wild pitch. Nobody is on. We're going to roll for the batter. And that is going to be a 5-5. Column 5, row 5. It's a ground ball down the third base line. Menkowitz will make the catch there.
Out.
And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, and no errors, and none left on as the Pirates retire the Phillies. In order, we go to the bottom of the 8th. And the Phillies are getting close to a save situation here. And they are going to bring in, I want to say Chad Rubin. They're going to bring in Rudy Sainez. Rudy will come into the game with a 1.94 ERA, 1 win and no loss. He's pitched 9 1/3 of an inning, allowed 10 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 6 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Clay, he went 1/3 of an inning, an ERA of a 4.34. 4. So the Phillies are going to bring in, and they're also going to make a few changes to their lineup. Greg Dobbs is going to come out at third base, and they're going to put in Pedro Feliz is going to take over at third, and at left field, they're going to put TJ Bone at left field. So that's going to be the changes that they're going to make right now. No double switch. They're going to leave everything as, they're going to leave that lineup as is. Adam LaRoche, Xavier Nettie, and Doug Mankiewicz, the heart of the lineup. Sanchez done warming up, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-4, column 4, row 4. It's a range play. Whose range are we checking? And that is going to be a 1-3, column 1, row 3. It's a single to Taguchi. His range is on a 1-3.
Looked in the air to shallow right. He's coming on.
It's a 3. He makes the catch.
That was a fine play.
And that'll be out number 1, Xavier Nettie. Nettie is 0 for 3. Nettie going to take the hit? He is. And that is going to be a 6-2, column 6, row 2. It's going to be a walk plus on a 1-17. That is a 10, and that is going to be good for a walk.
Outside. Base on ball.
So Nettie will trot on down to first. They are going to call up a pinch runner, and they're going to bring in Chris Cruz. Cruz is going to come into pinch for a pinch run there. Doug Mankiewicz is 1 for 3. Strategy roll is a 10. Pirates standing pat, 1 out, runner on first. Infield double play depth for 2-4, column 2, row 4. That is a blank. And that is going to be a 5-4, column 5, row 4. It's a base hit to Howard. Cruz will go to second. Does he advance to third? He'll go from first to third on a 2 through 6. That is a 3, and runners on first and third. Ronnie Paulino is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 9. Paulino going to take the hit. And that is going to be a 5-2, column 5, row 2. It's a strikeout on a 1-8. The 16 is too high. And that is going to be a 3-2, column 3, row 2. Ground ball to Utley. Are they going to try to score the runner? No. So the out. So with that, ground double play rating, that is a 4. Cruz is out at it's a double play, I believe.
You're out.
So they get the out at first. There we go. So 2 outs, runners still in the corners. Brian Blixer, 1 for 3. Blixer going to take the hit? He does. Strategy roll is an 18. And that is going to be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. It's a strikeout on a 1-15. That is a 1. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
And that will retire the side as the Pirates will leave 2 stranded. And at right
Remember
field,
to get your copy of the souvenir program.
and they're going to bring in Steve Paris will come in at right field. No other changes to the Pirates lineup. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Pirates will leave 2 stranded after 8. It's Phillies 4, Pirates 2. We go to the top of the 9th, and it's the top of the order. Jason Worth, Pedro Feliz, and Chase Utley due up. TJ Beam, done. Beam going to come out, and they are going to bring in, I believe, they're going to bring in Tyler Yates. Yates comes into the game with a 7.24. No wins and no losses. He's pitched 8 and 2/3 innings, allowed 15 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 5 walks. Let's take a look at the stats here real quick for TJ. He went 1 inning, he went an ERA of a 4.34 on that. So nothing across the board there, 1 inning. Let's take a look real quick at the box score after 8 have been played here in Pittsburgh. Phillies scored a run in the first, 3 runs in the third, and they've been shut out since. It's 4 runs on 10 hits and no errors. Pirates scored 2 runs in the 7th inning. It's 2 runs on 7 hits. However, they still have 2 errors. 17 hits between both teams. Jason Worth. Worth is going to take the hit. He is 0 for 4. They're going to let Worth stay in the lineup, and that's going to be a 2-5. Column 2, row 5. It's a strikeout on a 1-10. That is a 4. Struck him out. And that'll be 1 away. Pedro Feliz. Feliz batting a 263. Pedro, 6-4, column 6, row 4. That is a walk plus. We add 10. That's a 19. The 20 is too high. And that's going to be a 5-1, column 5, row 1. Fly ball to McCloth. McCloth will go back, make the catch.
You're out.
And that puts 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, and Chase Utley. He's 3 for 4. Utley, they are going to intentionally walk Utley. Utley will get intentionally walked on a 1-5, and that walks, though, they walk him either way. On a 1-8, that is a 5.
Walking, good base on balls.
Utley walks on down to first. They were going to intentionally walk Utley here. Ryan Howard, 1 for 4 with a run scored. They wanted to get to Howard. And that is going to be a 2-3, column 2, row 3. That is a strikeout on a 1-12. That is a 10. And they struck him out.
He struck him out.
And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Phillies. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Will we see some 9th inning magic? And with that, Rudy Sanchez is done. And they are going to bring in Chad Durbin is going to come in for the save. Durbin, 1 win and no loss, no saves. He's pitched 12 and 2/3 of an inning, allowed 10 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 5 walks. Durbin going to get the save, come up for the save. Rudy Sanchez, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 1.75. Tyler Yates, Nate McCloth, and Freddie Sanchez due up for the Pirates. It's 2 to tie, 3 to win. And with that, Yates not going to take the hit. They're going to bring in Chris Gomez. Gomez batting a 296, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 2-3, column 2, row 3. That is a blank. 1-6, column 1, row 6. double star three. It's a ground ball to Howard. He makes the catch.
Out.
And there is out number one. One away, and we go to the top of the order. Nate McClough is 1 for 3 with a double, a walk, and a run. And they're going to let McClough take the hit. And that is going to be a 2-5, column 2, row 5, home run chance on a 1 to 3. The 7 is too high. And that is going to be a 2-1, column 2, row 1, fly ball back there to Worth. He'll go back, make the catch.
You're out.
And that'll put 2 away. And the Pirates are down to the last out. Freddie Sanchez, 1 for 4 today. Home run, a strikeout, a run, and 2 RBIs. And here is the pitch. They're letting him take the hit. And that is going to be a 1-1, column 1, row 1. That's a strike on a 1 to 3. It's a 2. Struck him
Swing and
out.
a miss. He struck him out.
And the Philadelphia Phillies hang on to defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates 4 to 2. No runs, no hits, and no errors. 3 up, 3 down. Final line score coming right up. So the Philadelphia Phillies defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates 4 to 2. It's 4 runs on 10 hits and no errors for the Phillies. Pirates 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Kyle Kendrick picks up his 3rd win. Matt Morris will pick up his 3rd straight loss. Chad Durbin picks up his 1st save of the replay. Freddie Sanchez hits his 2nd home run of the replay. Taking a look here, let's take a look at the stats for the pitchers. Kyle Kendrick, who got the win, he went 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, an ERA of a 3.0. Matt Morris, who picks up his 3rd straight loss, he went 4 innings, allowed 9 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 9.26. Tyler Yates, the last pitcher up for the Pirates, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, an ERA of a 6.50. And Chad Dubin, who'll get his 1st save of the replay, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 2.63. So that is going to do it for us here for the game 2 of this 3-game series between the Phillies and the Pirates, as the Phillies will improve to 14 and 11, and the Pirates will drop to 7 and 17. So let's take a look at the standings here after today's game. As we enter in all the stats. All right, let's take a look here at the stats. There is no change right now as the Phillies will improve to 14 and 11. They now improve to 3 games out of first behind the Mets. And the Pirates will drop to they dropped to 7 and 17. They are now 11 and a half games out of first. So that is going to do it for us here at PNC Park. If you enjoy the game, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go up and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies games. Until then, I'm Scooney007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch.